Yo, YouTube, what's up with y'all, man? As always, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Elijah B. I'm back y'all with a brand new video, and y'all already know what the drill is. I say it in every video. Like, comment, and subscribe down below because y'all already know what kind of time it is, man. So today I'm about to go on a rant. I got a rant for y'all. And as y'all see down below, today's video is gonna, this is my 7th video, Jobs or Slavery Part 7. And yeah, I'm about to go on a rant real quick. So, and before I go on, I know, to some people jobs aren't slavery, and yet, no, nothing is free. Everybody has to work. Everybody has to put in some kind of grind to get what they want in life. Everybody has to put in their part. Everybody has to put in some kind of work. Everybody has to do their part at the end of the day. So before anybody tries to argue or go against it, everybody has to work. Everybody has to put in some kind of grind. You got in life, every single person every person has to put in some kind of work. Every person has to do what it takes to get ahead, and I completely understand that. But yeah, let me take off and go into this shit. So yes, shit, man. Yeah, like I said, man, jobs are slavery. It's 2024. We have what, 3 months left of 2024. It's about to be 2025, and these companies, these organizations, and these corporations are still doing this shit. Still. And it's getting to the point where people like me and these new and upcoming generations are really starting to get fed up, and we don't want to deal with this shit no more. And it's even getting to a point where even older generations such as Gen X, the millennials, the baby boomer generation, they're starting to get it fed up their damn selves, and they have a right to be. And if you really think about it, that's why I've been hearing a lot of stuff about technology and AI. These companies, these organizations, the corporations are starting to build like robots. They're starting to build advanced technology to do some of these jobs, because these jobs have been on bullshit for decades, and it's getting to a point where people are getting fed up with it, and they aren't going to sit around and just sit on their asses, and they're not going to take it anymore. Nope. Some of these people they're done being Mr. Nice Guy. And it's damn near gone to a point where a lot of people who've been good their whole lives are people who've been nice, and they've been kind, they've been good, they've been, I guess, decent their whole lives, and and it's getting to a point where they see that being good is damn near pointless, and it hasn't really gotten them anything, or they haven't really gained anything out of it, or it hasn't exactly gotten them anywhere. And that's why some, not all people, but a particular majority of them are starting to go cold, and they're starting to become like evil people. Not completely evil, but they're starting to like say, fuck it, I'm done. But yes, that's the thing about these jobs. People are fed up with it. People are fed up with getting a fraction of what they work for. Like if you work for something, I want like, fuck that. I want 100% of what I work for. I want 25%. I want 50%. I want 75%. I want 100 of what I work for. People want 100% of what they work for. This is another reason why people are this is why Gen Zers or Gen Alpha, and this is why these future generations want to do music, they want to do YouTube, they want to do streaming. But or this is why these new and upcoming generations want to try to at least create a source of income for themselves, so they don't have to deal with the BS that goes on at a lot of these jobs. And people are sick of overworking themselves just to get the bare minimum, while these greedy, lazy, fat, old, dried-up ass managers get to sit, stand, walk, or lounge around while everybody else has to work, and these managers get to eat off of it. Think about this. How come a majority of people in the black community? Wait, hold on. Let me scratch that. How come a majority of Americans can flex or brag about, oh, I work for his nigga, I work for that nigga, I work for his nigga, I work for that nigga. But it's rare to hear people say, I owned this, I built this, I created this. And hold on, let me stop right there. Just because you start a business or you try to start something of your own doesn't mean it's going to take off or succeed. You're not guaranteed to take off or succeed just because you did it. So while I am going on this rant, I'm gonna take that into consideration as well. Yes, just because you try to start something doesn't mean it's gonna take off or it's going to succeed. It's not always. But then look at all these people who built the companies, the organizations, the corporations that we all work for. They did that because they don't want to work. They got fed up. Because they know the BS that they be going down to these jobs. So that's why they created the companies, the organizations, the corporations that we work for today. And then this is why during this video I'm gonna be going all over the place, and I'm actually gonna be bringing up topics that I've actually brought up in other videos, and then think about this, right? So I'm gonna go off topic, and this is gonna be irrelevant to the video that I'm making right now. But the public education system. The public education system has failed millions of people, and this is damn why you don't see a majority of African Americans, or you don't see a lot of brothers and sisters going let's be real. There's a certain percentage of them that do go to college and go to school and all that, but then it's like this is why majority of people don't want to go to college because think about it. These younger generations, these new and upcoming generations, they have all kinds of potential. Like when you were for anyone watching this video, when you were a child, you had all kinds of potential growing up, and you had the public education system made you waste it on a bunch of bullshit that doesn't really matter. Like you got all these kids all these future generations have potential, but you got to waste it on some bullshit that's not going to do you any good in the future. And this is why, and this is damn part of the reason why some parents are choosing to homeschool their kids, because they know that the public education system is full of. I'm gonna stop cussing because I'm on YouTube at the end of the day, so I'm gonna cuss a little bit less. But this is why some parents are homeschooling their kids, because they know the BS that goes on in the public education system. They say that you go to school to learn, but what are you really learning? How to get up 5 days a week and go to some place that you really don't want to do, that you really don't want to be, and do some BS that's not really benefiting you in the end. And then going back to these jobs and all that. What about all these companies, these organizations and corporations that have money? I mean, yes, now they have to use the money. They have to use the majority of the money that they make in order to maintain their business and to keep the business that they have going. Because you got to keep it going and going and going and going. You gotta keep the gears spinning and spinning and spinning and all that. But then at the same time, come on now, these companies, they have money to burn. What about the poor and less fortunate? What about the poor and less fortunate people who work at these jobs? People died working at these damn jobs. People who give up their whole life working for these jobs. What about the people who had to give up their life, their energy, their freedom, and their time for this shit, and all you get is a funeral and a paycheck. You don't get no generational wealth. You didn't really get anything out of it. I don't understand how people can. I don't understand how for these older generations or for people in general, I don't understand how working for somebody else is a flex. You really got people walking around here talking about like I said a few minutes ago. I work for this person. I work for that person. I work for this person. I work for that person. But it's rare. But it's hella rare to hear somebody say that they own this, or they built this, or they built this company, or they have this organization or corporation. I'm just gonna say this. So I guess at some points in the black community or African American people, I guess some people at some point in their life have had the white man this, the white man that mentality. It's not. Hey, hold on, bro. Don't attack. It's not completely the white man's fault. There's other a lot of these how come other races or ethnicities own something, or they own something that's actually helping the world move in a positive direction, or it's helping the world move forward in some kind of way, shape, or form. While we own black people or brothers and sisters. We own fashion. We own like a lot of like fashion labels. We own a lot of music labels. We I guess you could say that we like you don't see too many black owned businesses like that. And then it's like how come like a lot of these other races or ethnicities, they actually like own something. They have like some form of like some kind of like generational wealth. They have something like passed down to the next generation. But then it's like in the black community, all we pass down is poverty, poverty and generational curses and all that. But then I understand some people have to go through have to slave at these jobs, or they have to go through this because they don't have a choice. But yeah, then it's and another topic I actually want to speak on in this video is that it's even getting bad to the point where women would rather sell their bodies, they rather sell themselves, they rather do some sort of sex work. And hey, ladies, hey, I can't blame y'all. If you gotta do what you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta get on your knees, or you gotta lay on your back to get your money to survive out here in this world. Hey, I don't blame you. I don't. And this is why this isn't me trying to be pessimistic or negative or anything, but the economy's gone so bad to the point where it's getting easy, and as time goes on and time progresses, it's actually getting easier and easier for criminals, pimps, gangsters, thieves, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's easier for them to commit these crimes with it's easier and easier for them to do this shit with little to no remorse because of how bad the world is nowadays. And people gotta survive, and people gotta do what they gotta do, whether it's legal or illegal. And as time goes on, crime's never gonna end because of the way the system is. And most people, they'll go for it, but these criminals, they're not going for that. They're not gonna sit around for the rest of their life and just get pushed around by the system and just. So that's why they'd rather just live the life that they live, and they'd rather do what they gotta do to get it. And I don't support criminals. I don't support them. But like it is understandable why some of them do the shit that they do and all that. Like when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to when it comes down to like ambition and survival, it's understandable why they did what they did, no matter how fucked or how terrible it was. Because in the end of the day, everybody has to survive. The world, and if you think about it, the world kind of runs on like in a way. If you do really think about it, the world does run on crime. It does. The world runs on it. I mean, let's be real. Some of these millionaires and some of these rich people, some of them probably had to commit some kind of crime, or they probably had to commit a few crimes, or they had to break a few rules to get to the top, to get to where they're at. But then society teaches you follow the rules, just be compliant, complacent, submissive, independent, and all you get is working for the rest of life for somebody else. But these rich people, these people who made it out, like people who made it out, such as like, I don't know, Brandon Carter, Andrew Tate, David Goggins. They probably had to break a few rules. They took risks. They did things differently that most people don't do, and look where they made it. Like they didn't go by society's program, because if they did, they would probably still be slaving at these jobs. They would still be in the would still be in the boat that they used to be in before they became rich, or before they came up or whatever. And it's getting to the point where people would rather dodge bullets and risk their lives, and you know what I'm saying. And then another topic I want to speak on during this Jobs and Slavery Part 7 video is that I made a video a few weeks ago or a few months ago, whatever, and it's called Society is Turning Men into Bitches. And that's actually true, because society is taking the edge out of a lot of men. And like I said, as time progresses and as time goes on, men are getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Men are getting softer and softer and softer. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a tough guy. As a man, I like some edge as a man. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a tough guy. I'm not. Like I'm not, like when it comes to this YouTube and social media shit, I'm going to be my real, genuine, and authentic self. I'm not going to put on some show for somebody. I'm not going to pretend to be some character. I'm going to be my real, genuine, and authentic self. And that's another thing. This is why some people are beginning to throw their morals, their self-respect, their dignity, and their pride down the drain, because at the end of the day, like it's about survival, bro. People got to eat out here. What's the point of being a good person if you're not really like if you're not really getting anything out of it? Because this is why at some point in some people's lives, some people have they became cold hearted, they became dark. Because it's like I don't know. Now when you think about it, so God and the devil. Now the devil. Now so nowadays we live in a world that's run by negativity, evil, chaos, and all kinds of this negative energy and negative things. And it's like at the end of the day, like let's talk about these celebrities, these models, these porn stars, and all that. Now the devil will give you what you want, and you'll get it, and you might get it right then and right there. But then later on down the road, or later on in life, or maybe in the afterlife, you're gonna have to pay a very big price for giving yourself up to the devil. Like you're gonna have to pay for that later on. But then it's like he'll give you what you want, like right then and there. But you're gonna have to pay for it later on in the long run. And I think a lot of people are saying like, fuck it. I'd rather have peace and freedom and have a life of my own, and sell my soul to the devil and pay for it later on than follow God and be a slave to society just to really gain nothing out of it, and not to be able to have a life with peace and freedom and being able to, like, you know what I'm saying, live life on your own terms and live, you know what I'm saying? And this also brings me back to another one of the videos I made, and one of the points I made in these older videos is how come people, or actually I think it was in one of the videos I made about being normal versus being abnormal. And one of the points I made in that video as well, for people who subscribe to me, or for anybody who's gotten this far on my YouTube channel, it can actually go back. And I made a point about how people who don't live a traditional 9-to-5 lifestyle have much better personalities, they have more energy. And I don't know, they're just different kinds of people. But then at the end of the day, they have their peace and freedom, unlike people who have to work at these jobs. And let's be real. I'm gonna use a quick analogy. In a way, us human beings, we're dogs. Now, do you want to spend the rest of your life? Now, I want to spend the rest of my life being on a leash. I'm trying to be a stray dog. I'm trying to be free out this bitch. I ain't gonna spend. Who wants to spend? Like, what the hell? Who wants to spend the rest of their life on somebody else's leash? I'm trying to be a stray dog out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then nowadays, like I said, now let's go back to talking about like AI and technology, and how like technology and AI and these little robots that they're making, or that you see on social media sometimes, are starting to get more and more popular, because a lot of these jobs, a lot of these companies, these organizations and corporations want to treat people like they're robots. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, people aren't robots. Like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Like yesterday, so I work at a grocery store, for example, and I sat down for like 5 or 10 seconds, and I saw the manager, and I stood up. And most likely, if I go back to work, the manager is going to press me for sitting down and being lazy. But at the same time, I was physically exhausted. Like, human beings have limits. People get physically exhausted. Like, if these jobs are fed up with that, then like these billion-dollar companies, organizations, and corporations, like, y'all got the money, y'all got the resources. I mean, let's be real. The government has all the money, the power, and resources, and infinite power in the world. Like, why are human beings still working? Like, the government knows that us human beings, people were going through hell and back at these damn jobs, and like I said, people died working these jobs. People lost their lives people lost their lives to these jobs and stuff. Now, at the end of the day, I mean, there are some genuine human qualities and traits that robots or technology can't replace, and I will make that point as well. So I'm not just going to completely just rely on the fact that they're going to do that. And then let's talk about inflation. So the prices are slowly skyrocketing, and so like I said at the beginning of the video, we have what 2-3 months left of 2024, and it's about to be 2025, and they still want to pay. They still want to overwork people, but then underpay them. But then these people are supposed to be cool and content and grateful for it. Like, people are giving up their life, their energy, their freedom, their time. Like, damn, you could at least pay them. You could at least pay them decently. You could at least do something for them. Like I said, like these all these companies have money to fund their own company, but they don't have money to pay people more, or to at least help the people, who are poor and less fortunate, and the people who have to sacrifice their life. I've said this dimmer multiple times, and it's probably gonna get irritating, but their life, their energy, their freedom and time. Like you can't give a little bit of money and make their life easier. These people are giving up their lives for y'all, and are giving up their life for these higher ups who own these companies, and they don't care. And speaking of that, actually, I've actually been on YouTube lately, and I keep seeing a lot of videos about how men how a lot of people are actually opting out of society, and they're fed up. People are sick of this shit. That's what I'm saying. Like something needs to happen. Something needs to change, because it's gonna get to a point where people are fed up. People aren't going through this forever. I've been talking about this for 20 minutes. I feel like I've said everything I need to say. If you have an opinion or if you have anything to say, comment down below. It's your boy Elijah B. I've said everything I needed to say in this video. I'm out. Have a good day, y'all. Love, peace, and positivity.